Hello.
Hello, Emily.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Well, to everyone, my name is Coach Latoi, and I have Emily here with us today. She,
Hello.
hello, she has recently passed her CPCE exam, and congratulations to you. I'm so happy for you.
You so much.
Um, Tell me a little bit about your journey with passing the CPCE and if you had to take it more than once and just tell me a little bit more about it.
Yes, so I took the CPCE for the first time last December. And so through Liberty, I only get three chances. So my first time was in December, and that was in the middle of internship. And I was not sleeping a lot because of working and internship and everything. So I did not do well with the first time. I was 2 points away from passing. And then
Mhm.
the second time I had to wait for the following semester. So then I took it, so that was December. I took it beginning of March this year.
Mhm.
And that time as well, I got 1 point away from passing. So then with Liberty, since the third time, they told me if I didn't pass for the third time, I wouldn't be able to get my degree. So I needed to do something different. So I was in the midst of changing jobs so that I was less stressed. So that helped a lot. But I knew that I needed to do something different. So I knew of Dr. Pam from YouTube, and I had been watching her videos um, every now and then. I watched them for the second time taking the exam. I had watched some of her videos, but I didn't know really like what to focus on or even what to do, just listening to the videos. Um, so I knew of her. So I decided to save some money, and then come this fall, I took that step of hiring a tutor. So I got you, Coach Latoy. Um, and yeah,
And the rest is history.
yeah, the rest is history.
Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome, and I think you being able to um, pretty much give others hope that even though you may fail once or even twice, like it is still doable.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. After the second time, I was very close to just like not taking it again. I even was telling friends and some family members, I was like, I don't know if I even want to do this again. I don't want to put myself through that again. But knowing that I had some time to save the money and knowing that I still had that option of hiring a tutor, um, I gave myself another try.
Sure, sure. And look at you now.
Yes.
So, well, with that, what was the most challenging part of getting started with preparing for the exam?
So the most challenging part, I would say, I think the most challenging part, honestly, was knowing that I had the power and the knowledge to actually do it and
Hmm.
actually like I knew the stuff and I knew theories and stuff, but believing in myself and knowing that like applying it to the test, I think was the hardest part. And then the process of the 90 days doing all the studying with keeping that like motivation of knowing that I could do it. Um, that was the hardest part for sure.
Sure, sure. And I think you touched on something that's really relevant as far as, you know, being consistent. And I think that's key when studying for the test because, life gets in the way and things happen and, life continues to life on us.
Yeah.
And just being able to continue to believe in yourself and just to be consistent and push through.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since throughout the 90 days that I was doing the studying, like we had vacation, I had health problems that came up, and I knew like I had to sacrifice a lot of things in order to give myself time to study, like the family going out for dinner or going to football games and stuff. Like I knew I had to put that to the side because the sacrifice of that was worth learning in order to pass this test because of so much that was involved in passing for the third time.
Sure, sure. And I agree, it's hard because, like you said, you have to put some things that you're used to in your everyday life to the side.
Mhm.
And but in the big scheme of things, you know that it's only 90 days. And, in the beginning it may seem like, oh my gosh, it's 90 days, but you know that you're worth it and and you owe it to yourself.
Yeah, and honestly, the 90 days went really fast. All of a sudden, it was a week before my test, and I was like, I feel like it has not been 90 days yet. It's only been a week. Like, what is going on?
So the nerves started to bother you towards the end.
Yes, definitely. I think by week two or by 2 weeks before the test, I think the nerves started distracting me more. And I don't
Hmm.
know if you could tell in our sessions too, like the concept of the test actually coming up was distracting me of like what I'm focusing on. So, like doing the practice test was definitely getting to my head and um just the idea of it being so close was this very distracting.
Yeah, and you're right. And I do remember you, pretty much being like that and, with the self-doubt a little bit here and there. And just encouraging you and knowing that you were prepared and I knew that you were ready for this.
Yeah.
Um, Even though, sometimes on the practice test it can go here or there, but I knew you knew the content and I knew that you were ready.
Yeah, and having that person with having you and having Dr. Pam in the group sessions on the weekends, like just just it kind of felt like you guys were like shaking my shoulders, like get with it, like pull yourself together. Like having you guys believe that I was ready based off of what you were observing in what I would reiterate or how I was learning throughout the process definitely was very helpful in like snapping sense into myself for sure.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not going to if it's something that you still need assistance on, we're definitely going to let you know that as well, but it's all comes down to when you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
And that's what I was here for, to help you to know that, to reassure you that no, you're ready.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, what study tips or habits work best for you?
Um, Definitely staying with what you were guiding me through throughout the weeks was helpful. Focusing on like one topic a week was the main thing that I noticed helped me like spread my horizons and knowing that one thing for that one week. Because before I hired a tutor, it was just everywhere. It was all over the place of like, oh, one day I'll do this, and then one day I'll do this. Maybe I'll go back to that one thing before, but knowing that okay, this week was human growth and development, that focusing on that and honing in on that and knowing that's what I was learning for the week was very helpful. Um, I really liked a habit that I added into all of it was once I would have my notes and everything, I would record myself reading the
Mhm.
notes and then like on my commute to work or just in the grocery store or something, I would listen to that, listen to myself reading those notes over and over, so that by the time the next week came with the new topic, I could like say the notes out loud with what I was like listening to. And that as well with Dr. Pan's videos, like knowing what she's going to say next really helped in the test too, because I could hear her. And no, she always was saying like in the videos, like she wants to be in my brain. And
Yes.
it really like happened a few times during the test where like I just hear either your voice or Dr. Pam's voice, like saying like these are the stages or something like this, or applying the stages to different things. Um, so that was really helpful. And one thing I did differently for ta actually being in the test was since I couldn't like talk out loud during the
Hmm.
test, how it was very helpful in tutoring sessions with you, like talking through the question. I actually wrote them down and then having the differentiation between like on the screen and then down on paper, like working it through slowly really helped me in the test. And I think that helped with get a lot of those extra points up.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's a great technique that, like you said, just to be able to, okay, let me slow down
Yeah.
and even I think rereading the question probably
Yeah.
may have assisted as well for you.
Yeah, rereading it or then even like writing it down in different words of like how I would interpret it was
Sure.
very helpful.
Good, good. That's awesome. Um, well, now that you passed, and what advice would you give someone who is preparing or thinking about starting to prepare?
What advice I would give? I guess I would say just like believing in yourself and knowing that like the guidance that you're getting through either tutoring or the guidance you're getting through whatever studying you're doing, like believe that and don't doubt it, but also don't doubt yourself because it'll just get in your head. Like if I went in and I didn't have the guidance from you or Dr. Pam, I would be all in my head knowing that I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. Like this is just a waste of time, waste of money. But believing in myself because of the guidance that I got was really helpful. And then also like, I don't know, just taking a deep breath. And for me as well, like my faith was a very big part of it, like leaving it in God's hands and saying, like, this is all for your glory, no matter if I pass or not. That helped me have a lot of peace. So for anyone that has like their faith or whatever they believe in, knowing that the plan, like passing this test or my knowledge or anything isn't going to be in my power anyway. So,
Mm-hmm. That's
yeah.
awesome to mention because I believe in also a higher power. So when whatever anyone's higher power is, just being able to believe in something, beyond yourself and knowing that you're able to go in there and to be mindful and pass this test.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Pam reiterates, like it's just this sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And we just got to do it to get back to our normalcy of life.
Hmm.
And you even mentioned like the 90 days, it really didn't seem that long. When I think when you're in it and
Hmm.
you commit to yourself, like then the days start to go really fast. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely went very quickly.
Good. What's next for you? Now that you passed the test, what are your plans? What are your ambitions?
Yeah, so I plan on taking the NCE now.
Mhm.
I have to take that January 3rd. So
Okay.
I'm gonna keep studying a little bit, still doing videos and everything, rewatching videos, keep studying. But regarding like career-wise,
Yeah.
um, once Liberty confers my degree, I plan on doing a job with residency for a place here in Lynchburg that works with first responders. Um,
Nice.
so that's been my overall motivation to be a counselor for first responders. Um, so once I get all the state stuff figured out and Liberty figures out all my stuff, then that's my plan.
That's an awesome plan. What made you go into with the first responders?
So, my brother's a police officer. My other brother's a firefighter. I grew up around them, and I just have seen throughout the past few years, like the hard stuff that they see and what they go through and what they experience is not something that humans should be seeing.
Yeah.
Um, So just seeing the struggle between both of my brothers and what they've gone through, I knew that I wanted to be part of something different other than just normal day-to-day counseling, which I think is great as well. But knowing that I have like the family experience and knowing the hard stuff that first responders go through and see, it's motivated me to want to be that person for them to get that stuff off their shoulders.
Yeah. Wow. I think that's awesome. Being able to have that family dynamic as it is, and then being able to, everyone that I feel that comes into this field, this is definitely for a reason.
Mhm.
And being able to give back and to give them hope and give them that sense of to continue to go on
Yeah,
with their everyday task of being first responders in the community. So,
yeah, yeah.
well, again, it was awesome seeing you. I'm so proud of you. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you
It
so
was a
much.
great birthday present for me once I seen you had. So that was amazing for me.
Yeah, that was another thing too. I was like, I have to pass this because Coach Latoy's birthday, and I need to give her a birthday gift.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I seen the email and it said happy birthday, I automatically knew. I had no doubt anyway, but when I seen happy birthday, I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so it gave me great joy to work with you and to see your growth. And I'm excited for your future. And you know, um, thank you for doing a podcast. Thank you for
Of
coming
course.
on.
Yeah.
And again, I'm Coach Latoy, and I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you so much. I really
Uh,
appreciate you.
you're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye bye.